Hi there, Serial Trader here. Let's have a check-in with weed. So after yesterday's bullish engulfing candlestick, we did get a very nice open, and then just kind of drifted down rather slowly, kind of meandered throughout the day, and then closed very much unchanged from the close of yesterday. So yesterday closed at 38.94. Today closed at 38.85. So slightly lower close than yesterday, but essentially just a flat day on a closing basis. And if I were just to show a close only chart, that basically shows you essentially unchanged, right? We'll go back to the candlesticks. So certainly nothing to invalidate this bullish engulfing candlestick, as this candle did still actually have price action in this direction despite closing down like that. So still reason to expect the next 3 to 5 candlesticks to continue trending in this direction, just on that bullish engulfing signal itself. And that's just simply leaning on the candlesticks alone. We'll get into the Elliott wave area in a moment. And volume still a little higher than it had been prior to yesterday, but yesterday was definitely the strongest volume with that early morning activity, which most of the volume took place in. Okay, now on CGC, very much the same picture as weed. So we closed at 29.59 yesterday on CGC, and we closed at 29.59 today. So literally unchanged on CGC on a closing basis. And volume was nearly identical to what we had yesterday on CGC. Now I'm going to go to the hourly chart here on weed. And what I've done here is, because of the multiple short-term interpretations, because of the missing data between weed and CGC, I'll show what weed is looking like here just based on its short-term wave action. So I've drawn a channel, okay, and this is a corrective price channel. So you start at the high of this initial move up, you go off the initial low, come up on the high there, and then just extend out in parallel. And you can see we basically came back down just to test the median line of this channel, rejected off of it, and now we actually got above the upper boundary line of the channel, and then that was the early strength today, and then we just faded back, only now to maybe find support on top of the channel, whereas before this upper line offered resistance, now it's possibly going to offer support. So that's positive there. And just on a potential wave count, I mean, I've thrown out various scenarios. Potentially a 1 up, 2 down, and now expecting wave 3 up, 4, 5, something like that. Now this is the most bullish, and let me just change the degree a bit there. This is the most bullish scenario, and it certainly could take place. It's really going to depend where we stall out here as far as upward target. If we just hit equality, then this is not going to be a go. And well, also just to show, okay, so we had a nice A down, B up, C down, right? That certainly can't be contested on whether it's a 1 up, 2 down, or an A up, B down. This is definitely just a 3-wave move that fails to make a new low, okay? And just make sure I have the correct subdivisions here. Yeah, menu, that should be good. And okay, so other interpretation is that we have A up, and let me just well, I'll change it after there. B down, and we're gonna have a C up. And okay, let me just change that to the right degree. So A, B, and then we'd have a C wave move up to possibly equality around this area, around 42. That's definitely a possible scenario as well. And well, if we just go to get this parallel trend channel, I'll draw a different channel. So this is going to be the beginning of a base channel, okay? and that's where you connect either the extreme of wave 1 or A off of the origin of wave 1 or A, and then just extend it parallel off of the extreme of wave 2 or B, and that just gives you your base channel. So if we just get up to the upper trend line of this base channel, fail around equality, and start coming back down, then that's more likely that we have just the ABC up and we're going to be heading down and another strong wave down. But if we have our 1 up, 2 down, and we get a third wave that clearly gets out of this upper boundary line of this base channel and hits maybe our 1.618 target here, then we're going to be favoring this more bullish interpretation where we have a 1, 2, 3, expecting a 4 or 5 up, possibly a new highs, right? And okay, I also have a couple fib targets, just the reverse fib of this entire pullback here. So 1.382 is 42.45, and the 2.0 is 44.80. Interesting how both those numbers line up fairly decently with the equality and the 1.618 relationship. So definitely still favoring at least a move to this 42-ish level, possibly more, but we'll assess once we get there. All right, so at this point, I've moved my long stock stop loss order above this level, because now that we have a very complete looking 3-wave correction that went deep, you should move your stop up a bit to reduce risk. So now just below 37.20. So I have my stop at 37.19. Okay, and that's on weed. Now if we just go to the CGC chart on Thinkorswim, the equivalent level there is 28.27. So put your stop just below that at 28.26. Or sorry, no. Yeah, 28.26. 1 cent below 28.27. So now definitely can reduce risk by moving that stop up. And still expecting some further upside here. And as you can see, CGC, because of trading on a different time period than we did last week, has slightly different pattern development here, but really still the same picture, just a very corrective looking move, failed to make a new low, and now we're coming up again. So it's still looking promising for some near-term upside. All right, well, that should be good for now. We'll probably check in tomorrow after the close. Serial Trader signing off.